So let me show you here on Reddit. I just came across this random chance as I was trying to find this link for you guys a few months back. Let me show you what someone put out here on Reddit. And again, this is not anyone that I know of, just some random chance. So over here, this person talks about how they had used all sorts of materials. You can see that. They used all sorts of materials, not done well on the exam. And then it says, I use Praizion's website that walks you through each domain in the content outline. It's free and it provides you with an Excel sheet to cross-reference the processes. And there's a link to it. And funnily enough, when I'm looking for the link to my own content, sometimes I go to this page to get the link. So for you guys who may have had trouble with the exam, I am going to put this in the chat right now. So I'm going to make chat live just to make sure that whoever has been struggling actually has the option of downloading this right now. Okay, there we go. So if you go to that page, okay, go to that page. Let me go back there and show you. When you go to that page, look for the download PMP recovery plan. It's free. You know, I don't know what else to do to get people to visit this page. I mean, I've tried everything. It's free, for goodness sake. And I still get people telling me, Phil, I don't know what to do. This is what to do. I've got roughly 3 to 4 hours easy of video here, all free. All I need for you to do is watch the videos. Go through each one and listen to what I'm telling you as far as what each task of the PMBOK guide or each task of the content outline is expecting for you to do. You know, I put this together because I hate failure. I hate people failing the exam and being all alone. I hate it. I hate it. Seriously. Because no one's talking about failure. Everyone's talking about, I passed the exam on my very first try. That is worthless to someone who has failed it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times if you're like a student who came to us and said, Phil, I failed the exam. I need help. Little did I know it was 7 times. Passed the exam after 10 years of trying. But these are the things that will help those poor people. Okay? You don't feel it. You don't know what I'm talking about because you don't get the emails. You don't get the phone calls. You don't hear the anguish in the poor students' voices. I tell you, I hate when people fail, not because I'm mad at them. It's just a sad event. And I've had many sad events. Either people trying to call me, people I didn't know ever before, or people who I know, and some people I say, don't do it. Don't hit that button. Don't go to Pearson. You're not ready. They don't listen. They go do it. Some of those folks, I have to deal with the failure after the fact. I remember I drove up to Dalton, Georgia to train a company out there. Sure, I'll never forget this because it was a very long drive. I was going out to train one of Warren Buffett's companies out there in Dalton, Georgia. And I remember this very well because all throughout my drive from Atlanta all the way up there, what was I talking about? Talking to a student who had gone in despite my warnings and taken the exam. And I said, look, I told you not to do it. And here I am, I'm on hands-free and driving, talking to this character. And the character said, I mean, this is one of the things that it just amazes me how people think. This character said, Phil, I thought that I could will it. You thought you could will it to pass the exam despite the fact I said, look, your mock exam results, they're dismal. Don't do it. Don't. All right. The next thing he's calling me to tell me about this tale of woe. This is what I go through as a trainer. Do the mock exams? No. Don't take the PMP exam? No, they take it. But I'm the one who gets the phone calls after. You know, it makes me feel so bad. And that's why I put this page out. Now, I am saying all this to get this out because I know a number of people in the past number of days and weeks have said, okay, what do I do next? How do I get ready for my next attempt? You know how to get ready for your next attempt? Please go for training that makes absolute sense, that leaves no stone unturned, that doesn't keep you hanging at the end of a cliff, the edge of a cliff, rather. So, all of that to say, if you're one of those students who feels this course didn't help me, this didn't help me, this didn't help me, this didn't help me, you need to come for my class. Okay? Don't fool yourself. I've got lots of great videos on YouTube. You need Phil's videos plus Phil's class. That's what you need. Come for a solid training. Okay? Go to pmsucceed.com. Do it. That's all I'm going to say about that. Before we go into quality management for today, do you have any questions that I can help you answer right now? Any questions or concerns that I can help you out with right now about your PMP prep, about the unclarity about the PMP exam and what PMI is saying or what they are not saying? Anything I can help you rationalize right now, because you know what we're going to do next? We are going to talk about quality. We are going in on quality. Quality is a beast. All of that control chart stuff, rule of 7, mean, standard deviation, babble, and upper control limit, lower control limit, lower specification limit, all that stuff, we are going to address it. But if you have questions, I do want to take your questions. Any questions? Sharon Joy, my friend, how are you? I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well. So for those of you that don't know, Sharon Joy is a PMP, now a PMP guru. So tell me, Sharon Joy, what would you have been doing if you hadn't just slid under that radar? Sharon Joy was one of those who was fortunate enough to slide just under the radar, real squeak there, just before this whole COVID stuff kicked into gear. That was a really great call for you to jump in on the day you did. I think that was like 2 days before it all got really crazy, right, Sharon Joy? I think it was 2 days or a few days before it got really mad. Now, tell me, right now out of India, I think everything's locked down now. Because I've seen on the videos people been given strokes of the cane for trying to go out. People on motorcycles getting whooped by the police officers because you're trying to go around town without, proper permission. Sharon Joy says, that wait would have been horrible, to be honest. I know. Absolutely. And that's why I come on as often as I can to inspire you guys, to motivate you guys, to encourage you guys. Just know that PMI, they're working on stuff. Some people are going to be able to take the exam remote, like at home. Those people who are up to it. Some people don't want any part of it, and I understand. As a student pointed out a few days, what am I going to do with my brain dump? If they say I can't write down on a piece of paper, how am I going to do my brain dump? So there's that whole talk and all those considerations going on, and I'm sure the PMI knows that the brain dump is one of the rites of passage, and people almost wanting to have a meltdown because they cannot do their brain dump. So I'm not talking about a brain dump before the exam. I'm talking about when the time actually starts. A lot of us, I've got to do my brain dump. And I was one of the brain dump Kool-Aid people back in the day, so I totally understand, So we'll see what PMI come out with, how they navigate all of these hurdles, how they're able to make the exam palatable for everyone. Sharon Joy says the whole country is on lockdown, other than buying groceries and medicines and other essentials. That's what it has to be. We got to overcome this crazy thing. We really do. We really do. Great to hear from you, Sharon Joy. All right, my friends, we're going into a session on quality. If you really mean business, give me 30 minutes of your time. That's all I ask for. 30 minutes of your time. If quality has been a problem or you just need a refresh, a reboot, this is going to reboot you. Quality management. We're going to start from the very beginning, from the planned quality management process, manage quality, control quality. We're going through all that. And of course, again, if you're new to all this, just absorb as much as you can. All right?
Hello, my most awesome project managers. How are you today? Welcome to our daily drill. Today, we're talking about quality management. What is quality? Quality is fitness for use, conformance to requirements, and customer satisfaction. It is therefore important as you study, remember that quality is all about the customer. It must meet customer requirements.